I've never really had to preface a video before. However, I think I kind of have to with this one because I know that my emotions are going to be running high with this reaction because we all knew that Ken was not going to adhere to the stay-at-home order. We were just waiting to see how he was going to try and find some sort of loophole so that he could get away with it. But he didn't even bother to do that. Rather than do some sort of loophole, Ken just knowingly went out, filmed his video. He even acknowledges that he should be staying at home because we're in a lockdown. But he feels so much entitlement and thinks that his going out just to get food so that he could sit in his car, eat it like a fat ass that he is, and, thinks that that's considered essential. No, it isn't, Ken. It is not essential. But you never cease to amaze at the sheer ignorance that you possess. So, I apologize to anybody that's watching this, but this might be a video, as I said, where you see the tone of my reaction being very, very, very annoyed because I have already started editing this video and I can tell that it's just going to get worse as the video goes along. So that's why I stopped and recorded this so that I could play it before the beginning of the video. So thank you. Sit back. Enjoy watching Ken be his usual dumbass self.
Hey guys, it's Ken from KBDProductionsTV. Welcome back to another Ken Domik food adventure just for you and just for you.
Today is January 24th, 2021. And that is the day that Ken filmed this video and uploaded it to his channel. This is the first video that he has posted since Ontario issued its stay-at-home orders. But typical Ken, he doesn't care. As we've said all along throughout this pandemic, Ken Domik does whatever he wants.
I am in the overcast town of Bradford, Ontario, Canada.
Ken, first of all, no one honestly gives a crap about your weather reports for the day that you shoot your videos. And we all know that the chances are you're in Bradford. Because 9 times out of 10, that's where you drive your piece of crap Volkswagens down to. Because where else are you gonna go? You live in the shack in the middle of nowhere. Honestly, Bradford is about the only place where you can perhaps pass off as like a F celebrity.
At Big Texas Barbecue. This place used to be on the other side of town. Now it is on this side of town. I guess it's the south side of town.
How about you also stop being a fucking piece of shit driver by driving around in your car with your camera in your hand? That's called distracted driving, numbnuts. You think that you are above the law. You constantly do things that you know are illegal, but you figure, chances of me getting caught are slim to none, so I'm just going to do whatever the frig I want. That's not how things work, Ken. Just because you think that you can get away with it doesn't mean that you should do that. Like, stop being an arrogant, ignorant asshole. That's what you are doing by continuing to do things that put others at risk. one day you are going to be so caught up in paying attention to your camera and your filming that you are going to end up causing a serious accident and somebody else is going to die or get seriously injured because of your negligence. Enough is enough, Ken Domik. Absolutely enough is enough.
And I've been meaning to try them for about 6 months or more, and they have beef brisket on there, and I felt let's do a pound of beef brisket. They got a lot of stuff. You want to check out their menu on the internet, see what else you want to see me do. I might want to do their beef brisket poutine in the future, and again, their ribs, and they got a lot of other amazing stuff on their menu, it looks like. So let's go in there, order a pound of brisket, come back here, see if it's any good, and eat it with you guys. Are you ready? Let's go. Woohoo! We are back in the car, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so ordered, paid. Now it's going to sit back, relax, wait for them to deliver it to my car. Again, Ontario, Canada is stay-at-home orders. Unless you want food, go out, grab your food, or order it, phone it in. They'll bring it out to your car, take it back home. But of course, we're going to eat it in our car. This is kind of my second home anyway, so.
Did everybody hear that? Ken admitted in the video that it is stay at home in Ontario. Except for if you want food. Yes, Ken. But that exception is for grocery stores. It doesn't say you can go out, get takeout, sit in your car, and film YouTube videos for you to make money. What you are doing is not an essential trip. You went out specifically with the intentions of filming a video so that you could make money. Meanwhile, other people are either being laid off or having to work from home again because of the lockdown. So Ken, you trying to play it up that you are within the scope of the rules is a complete fallacy. And then you go one step further by saying, oh, well, my car is like my second home. No, Ken, it's not. Technically to you, your second home would be your cottage. You spend so much time there, you've actually said it before that it's like a second home. So no, Ken, what you did, you know, was completely wrong. And I'm sick and tired of seeing you think that you can get away with it scot-free without any consequences. I implore everybody watching this that you report this to the Ontario Provincial Police and tell them to check out Ken Domik's KBDProductionsTV channel. And you report it to the South Simcoe Police Services. They are the police service that patrols Innisfil, where Ken lives, and Bradford, where he visited. And tell them that this is not okay. That Ken should not be doing this during the stay-at-home order.
I can't wait. I actually ordered a sausage on the side, a smoked sausage.
You are an idiot.
All right, let me do my hand sanitizing. Are you guys ready? Here we go.
As I said the last time, Ken, that you pulled this stunt, you are disgusting, deplorable, and this is akin to you going up to the frontline workers that have been busting their asses for the better part of a year, many of whom have exposed themselves and their families to the virus, many who have died to the virus, trying to protect the health and safety of others. And it's like you spit or cough in their face. I think that you should be condemned by the masses for this. There is no excuse for you thinking that this is a funny thing to do in your videos during a pandemic. Would you go up to Holocaust survivors and tell them that the Holocaust didn't happen? I don't think so. Ken, you like to say that we're garbage people and that we're haters? Well, guess what? I got news for you. You are below garbage. You do not deserve to be on this platform any longer. Absolutely, this shit has to end. I'm just fed up with seeing you continue to mock the pandemic, pretend it's not happening or it's not as serious an issue as it is, and thinking that you can go and do whatever the hell you damn well please. And then to top it all off, you use it as clickbait for your live streams when you weren't uploading any new videos. I love how you try and make it seem like what you're doing is okay, and it just is not.
All clean. All right, let's open this all up. I'm not sure exactly how they, because it did it in 2 trays, 2 troughs, let's call it.
Yeah, let's absolutely call it 2 troughs, Ken. Because you do tend to eat like a pig, so might as well call it a trough. Get your feet on, Kenny! Oink, 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 oink! You need to add a few more pounds to that burdening gut of yours that's getting ready to pop out of your jersey. Yeah, how you can continue the charade of you pretending that you're losing weight? Ken, I still think that you are now at the heaviest that you've been. I think that you've regained every pound that you lost earlier this year, and then some. But guess what? We'll never truly know, because you aren't a transparent or honest or trustworthy person. You, time and time again, have proven that to be so very wrong. We're gonna skip past Ken opening up and showing off the food that he ordered, because it's nonsense footage. But I love how he says, oh, yeah, this is keto. Except for the cornbread, because it's a hunk of carbs. Ken, how do you know it's keto? You don't know whether there's sugar in the dry rub on the meat, or if they added any sort of filler into the sausage. So you can cut out the bullshit of you trying to lose weight, pal.
I thought I lost my fork for a second. All right, let's go in for a quick bite of this smoked sausage.
Guess Ken's abandoned his environmentalist act, too. That looks awfully like a one-time use plastic fork in his hand. Yeah, Ken. Where's your cutlery from home? Where's your cold fudge fork and knife set, at the very least? Yeah, Ken. You're not fooling anybody with the bullshit that you like to try and make yourself look like you give a shit about the world. You don't. The only thing that you give a shit about is yourself. Because you're a selfish, egotistical, sociopathic piece of crap.
Or snossage. Got some nice spice to it. The outer edge is nice and crispy. Oh, it's got a spice to it. Holy. That all of a sudden hit me. There was a late delay. And they're Bills fans, Buffalo Bills. I guess it's game day today. And they are wearing full jerseys, hats, everything. And so they're obviously Bills supporters just like me. But today I'm wearing my Leaf stuff. I wish I knew it was game day. I should have worn my Bills stuff too. Let's keep eating.
What Ken really means there is that he is a typical bandwagon fan. He says that he is a Bills fan, but then he's also a Seahawks fan, and a Steelers fan, and a Milwaukee Bucks fan, and whatever team is playing live that he's gone to a game for, he is that fan. Ken doesn't really have a team. He just goes with whatever team is popular wherever he is. I mean, the fact that he claims to be a Bills fan and then he doesn't know that it's friggin' games day in a conference championship game where the team that wins is going on to the Super Bowl. Yeah, that tells you right there that Ken is not a true Bills fan in the slightest. I also had skipped over, but at one point when he was showing off the brisket and talking about it, he said, yeah, I think the next time I call to place an order, I'm going to ask for a fatty brisket because I like brisket that, meat that has fat running through it. First of all, Ken, brisket is a lean meat. That's why it's cooked and prepared the way it is, because it doesn't have that fat marbling like another type of cut would have, like something like, let's say, a prime rib that would have more marbling. Yeah. Ken doesn't know jack shit about food.
Nice and juicy. Again, the outer edge, some ice just fell off my car. I'm like, what the hell was that? I'm enjoying that a lot.
Ken Domik, the giant hack who likes to masquerade around town as though he's a foodie, says that the sausage was juicy. That's the only thing that he could really get his brain to let fly out of his mouth was juicy. Congratulations, Ken, on once again proving to us that you know jack shit about food. And that you couldn't describe what you're eating in an eloquent and elegant and more appealing way. Like, you add absolutely no descriptive nature to it at all. Like, oh, it's juicy. Ooh, okay, well, what else, Ken? Yeah. Oh, well, it has spices. Okay, Ken, well, what kind of spices? Like, what does it taste like? Like a sausage. Like, that's what Ken sounds like. And that's how he responds to questions about food, with very rudimentary and very unhelpful answers.
One of my favorite sausages at like a barbecue place was like cheese and jalapeno infused into this, and that was fantastic. This is pretty good. It just said smoked sausage and it didn't say anything about spicy sausage, so it's pretty mild on the spice, But if you're spice sensitive, this will burn you. There's a few people I know that probably couldn't eat that because it's that spicy. Let's go in for this cornbread. Let's break her in half. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh my. Wish it was like just out of the oven right now because I like it when it's warm.
Ooh la la.
You are an idiot.
Just need to slather some butter all over that.
Ooh la la.
You are an idiot. You are an idiot.
It's pretty good. It's got a nice little sweet kick to it. And of course the cornbread itself has those little crunchies in it.
It doesn't have little crunchies in it, moron. Cornbread is made using cornmeal. If you've never seen cornmeal, frozen pizzas love to use cornmeal on the bottom of it to help it from sticking to pans. So it's a coarse ground flour in a sense. That's why it's called meal, because it is not a smooth texture. Again, Ken knows jack shit about food, so what does he do? It's got crunchies in it! Ew, look at all that goop! Yeah, Ken, congratulations on saying what a 3-year-old might say.
Now it's time to try the brisket. Let's see if we can pick this up. Oh my gosh, look at that. I thought it was all going to stick together, but it is so tender that it just fell apart right there. Okay, this is going to be much easier to eat. I was thinking I was going to need my knife, but I'm going to see if I can stab that. Oh, yeah. Check that out. Oh, my goodness. What a wonderful chunk of meat. If we can get that to stand for... Oh, see the juices? Let's do this. Oh, it smells so good. Not bad.
For those that haven't been around Ken for quite a while, when Ken says not bad to something that he's trying out, that usually means one of two things. Either he genuinely does not like it, but he doesn't want to say that because he doesn't want to ruin some opportunity that he thinks he might have with an establishment. Or, by the end of the video, it's going to be a phenomenally phenomenal, people.
Let me know in the comments below, would you smother this in barbecue sauce, or do you just eat your brisket straight up? Because I guess it depends on if you get like extra lean or not, and then you want to get those extra juices in there.
Once again, the hack of a foodie thinks that because the brisket's extra lean for him and not fatty and succulent like he is, that loading it up with barbecue sauce is the way to go. Most people that enjoy their barbecue, especially when it comes to brisket, tend to eat it straight up because they want to taste that smoked meat. Ken, again, proving that he knows jack shit about food.
And look at that edge right there. Oh, it's all nice and runny on this side.
Gee, Ken, do you think that it's wet on that side, not runny? Because, it was hot food in a sealed metal container, and you were outside where it's cold, so condensation would happen. That's it, condensation.
There's a nice little strip of fat along the backside. Right there. See the shine of that fat just drizzling all over there? That is definitely giving it a nice kick. And then I also crunched into some of that pepper and spices that they got on this side. That looks like a nice big chunk of pepper right there too. Yep. Again, I should have asked for a fat. I prefer like a nice fat throughout.
I should clarify from my earlier assertion or reaction to Ken and his whole lean and fat nonsense. Most places will typically only carry the lean or flat brisket, because brisket is expensive and most people go for the flat. Moist, which will have some marbling through it, is not always going to be found at every barbecue establishment. I'm going to assume that this place probably is not going to give you both options. Could be wrong. But again, Ken would not know that information. He would just assume that, oh, he was just given lean meat. So Ken, again, bitching about that, but it all just goes to show you why Ken is so terrible at losing weight, because he just wants to consume so many additional calories. Like, he thinks this meal that he ate was keto. Yeah, Ken, keep dreaming, pal. Keep dreaming.
So where I've been for the last 2 weeks is staying at home and doing nothing. And I got a little stir crazy, and I've been wanting to come here for a long time. And I'm like, today's the day. I'm just going to get in my car, go down there, order it, wait for them to deliver it, and enjoy this with you guys.
Straight from the jackass's mouth. He says that he had to get out of the house because he was going stir crazy, and that he'd been wanting to come to this barbecue place for months, so he finally decided today was the day. When we're all supposed to be staying at home, Ken Domik says, screw that, I don't care what the premier says, I don't care what the prime minister has been saying for most of 2020 and onward. I'm just going to do whatever the hell I want because I'm bored, I'm whatever, depressed, sad, stir crazy. Yeah, Ken. You know what, Ken? I'm going to say something very bluntly to you. Fuck you and the high horse that you always ride in on, thinking that you are above everybody else. You do not have more rights to go out and do whatever you want than the rest of us. Everybody else is staying at home for the most part, except for those that have no choice. But nope, that's too fucking hard for you to do. I said that the only way you're gonna learn, the seriousness of this is if you get the virus. I don't wish the virus on you or anybody, but at this point, if you get it, I'm not gonna give a shit. I'm not gonna feel sorry for you because we've been telling you month after month after month after month, stay home is the best way to stay safe, and you never listen. So at this point, if you get it, I'm just going to laugh. Hopefully, you're healthy enough that it doesn't pose any serious issues for you. Again, not wishing it on you, but at this point, what else can we do but say that until you get the virus and until you have to deal with the seriousness of it, you're never going to fucking learn. And yeah, I'm pissed off by you saying that. So pissed off.
Let me know how you guys are faring, staying at home, especially all my Ontarian friends and family, brothers and sisters. And let me know how you're dealing with it, because it's getting quite depressing. And yeah, I had to get out and breathe some fresh air. I've done some bike rides and stuff, but it's so hard not being able to talk to people and stuff like that.
I seriously hope that the Ontario Provincial Police or the South Simcoe Police Services, or both, nail your ass on this, Ken, because this video is evidence of you admitting to you violating the stay-at-home order. You know that what you're doing right now is wrong, but you admitted that you don't care. You just admitted that. So I hope that they give you a hefty fine. I know most people only seem to get an $880 fine, but guess what? You can get up to, I believe it's $10,000 or is it $100,000, I believe, for an individual at the discretion of law enforcement. I hope they throw the book at you and make an example of you, because it would be so well deserved. And don't forget, in addition to a fine, you can also face up to a year in prison. Again, I'm not a vindictive person, but Ken, enough is enough. Like, seriously. You may think that what you're doing is innocent and not harming anybody, but so did the people that went and visited their loved ones at nursing homes. And we saw how that turns out, that it spreads like wildfire there. Like, seriously, do you really feel that much self-entitlement that you couldn't have just stayed home? You're unreal, Ken. Unreal.
But look at this one, guys. There is a nice chunk of fat right there, all along here. Now that's what I'm talking about. Nice fatty piece of brisket. I'm going to turn them over a little bit. See if we're going to be blessed. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. So, that first piece that I had, I just didn't have a whole lot of fat on it. And as I'm digging into this thing, oh my gosh, almost lost a piece of heaven. But there's a nice ribbon of fat right along that edge. Oh, it's so good. I should ask them what day. They probably do it every day. Or maybe start cooking on Wednesday for Thursday and then keep that 24-hour thing going.
Hey, Ken, how about you shut the fuck up for a change? And chew with your damn mouth closed so that we don't have to see all that wadded up meat being gnashed up in your mouth as you're just speaking nonsense and making all your stupid, redundant overreactions to the eating. Now that's what I'm talking about. I'm Ken Domik, and oh my god, that fatty piece of meat was the best thing I've ever put in my mouth besides Paul. Ha! Jackass. I seriously hope that no one else in your household has to partake in that brisket, because you just literally spat your chewed up food and all sorts of other goodness all over it as you went digging through it and were yapping away with your face right up close to it. Yeah, that's just so appealing, so appetizing.
But, yeah, that's good brisket. Like I said, that fat ribbon. Looks like they also have like daily specials. So today's special is barbecue sampler or flight. Ribs, chicken, pork, $25. And they got their phone number on there. So give them a check. Check them out. I know I probably should have got beans. But I wasn't sure if I'd be able to eat all this food. I might have to take some of it home. Maybe I'll save 2 strips for my wife. I think she likes a good brisket. She can't eat the pepper part. She is pepper sensitive. Put pepper on anything and it really affects her. She won't be able to eat this either. Oh, so I'll save her 2 pieces. So I'm going to eat 2 more of those. The rest of the sausage. And this whole cornbread. It definitely needs like a slather of butter on this. But it is a wonderful tasting cornbread. I'm glad I saw it on the menu. It's almost a dessert. It's not really, really sweet, but it is sweet. And it's almost like something you'd have after dinner. It is nice though.
Yeah, Ken. Because in the South, cornbread is totally a frickin' dessert. It's not an accompanying carbohydrate. Yeah. Again. It just baffles my mind how stupid and asinine Ken is when it comes to food. He just says shit that makes absolutely 0 sense. Like, I'm surprised he didn't say, oh yeah, you could just like totally put some whipped cream all over this and it would be like a perfect dessert. Or some icing or something like that. Like, oh my god. Like, that's something that Ken would do. Totally is something he would do. And think is perfectly fine.
Alright. Oh boy. Look at this. Check that out. Look at that fatty goodness right there. Oh my. Let me know again if you love fatty brisket. Look at it's nice and thick right there. Oh, let's dig in. Let's just rip this little piece off. Twist. You don't need a knife. You don't need a knife here. A big Texas barbecue. Nope. No sirree, Bob. Oh, yeah. Oh, pull that fat. Pull that fat. Nice. Mow down time. Cheers.
You are an idiot.
Wiggle it just a little bit. Ooh la la.
You are an idiot. You are an idiot.
I'm so glad they are open today. When I did hear about this place, there were a few times that I wanted to come here, and it just so happened to be like a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and then of course they were closed, had to move on to another restaurant. But I'm glad today is the day to try this for the first time. So a few Netflix series my wife and I have watched is The Queen's Gambit. It is a must-see. It is an amazing series. We're also watching Cobra Kai, and I believe we're all caught up. We're just waiting for the next season, and that is a definite, especially if you're from the 80s, you lived the 80s, and you saw Karate Kid in the theater, it'll all make sense. And the fact that Johnny is like so stuck in the 80s, and he's always playing 80s music, and it's just a fantastic series. Give it a shot. Cobra Kai on Netflix.
First off, Ken, no one gives a crap about what you're watching on Netflix and what you think is good, top quality entertainment. So the fact that you're trying to push that onto your channel in your videos now to add in additional content for the runtime of your videos is just ridiculous. And the second part is, again, with the whole Like, it makes you look like you're having a fucking seizure. It's not cool, Ken. That doesn't make you look awesome. That makes you look absolutely downright moronic.
Let's see all the spices in there. Little fatty chunks. A little red pepper, maybe. So let me and my wife and everybody else who's watching this video, what is your favorite series right now, whether it's on Netflix or Amazon or whatever you're watching. Put down what your favorite series is and see if how many people will watch it or have seen it. That would be very cool. Thanks for sharing.
Look at the desperate fool trying to get people to participate and comment on his videos, because otherwise people that aren't his ass-kissing, loyal, devoted fans aren't posting. Like, that's the sad thing. Ken, you are a massive, giant hack. The sooner we can get you and your bullshit content off the internet, the better. Because it is garbage. Wow. Ken, I don't know why you think that that's so cool that you do that. I didn't think you were going to be doing it in today's video because I know how lazy you are when it comes to any of the shticks and gimmicks that you've had on your channel. You just toss many of them away because it adds extra time to your editing. But, wow. I mean, it's actually not worthwhile posting on Ken's channel, because if you say anything that goes against him, he bans you. And banning means that he hides it so that your comments do not show up anymore. So it's basically a ban. His trolls come around and say, well, you banned me. No, I didn't ban you. Could it be that you sent 10 messages across multiple videos and thus YouTube screened them because you were saying ignorant things? I don't go and check all the comments that are being held for review. I do it sporadically whenever I think to do so. And that, but there's plenty of comments and that are on the channel of trolls being jackasses and thinking that they're so cool and that they're, really getting their jabs in at me. I just laugh it off because I don't take anything seriously that the majority of them have to say. The only time that something gets removed is if they threaten harm or are over the line to a member of my community, or they threaten harm to myself that is above and beyond just, calling me an asshole or saying that they hate me or something like that. See, unlike Ken, I have thick skin, so that crap doesn't bother me. But when someone threatens to drive a van to my residence and blow it up multiple times by using a fake account name by the likes of Mohammed Christ, then yeah, I'm going to report that shit to YouTube because there's no place for nonsense like that. Ken is complicit as well as an accomplice because he's been notified of this multiple times, and not once has he taken an opportunity to come out and condemn it and tell his supporters not to do that, whether he likes my channel or not. And sorry, I just paused there because I noticed that Ken finally read an email from me. Ha.
Well, at this point, I am very full. I enjoyed every single thing here. I can't wait to come back here multiple times, try multiple things on their menu, especially that brisket poutine. That looks fantastic. But cheers, guys. Thanks for watching.
You are an idiot.
Well, we're all done here.
Piggy all done. Piggy all done. Piggy all done. Piggy all done.
Here at Big Texas Barbecue. Don't forget to support your local mom and pop shop through these tough times. If you live in the area and give this place a shout, come down, order, have Skip the Dishes do it.
Why does everyone else have to do skip the dishes, Ken? Why didn't you do that in the first place, you friggin' moron? Oh, because you said you were stir crazy and you had to leave the house for a non-essential trip to go eat some barbecue in your car, which you said is considered your second home, which is you trying to cover your ass. As I said, you've been reported. We have dozens of people in the community that are all filing the same report to have you investigated for breaking the stay-at-home order for the opening of Ontario Act. I said earlier in the video, I hope that they throw the damn book at you, and I stand by that. Not because I'm spiteful and vindictive, but because everybody else, myself included, is staying home like we have been for months and months and months, even before we were in a more serious lockdown than we are now, and only going out for essential trips. I'm not going out because I'm frickin' stir crazy and need to get out of the house like you are. I'm doing the right thing. You're not. And it's time that you pay the price.
But they make more money if you just come by and pick it up yourself. But that's my recommendation. Do whatever you think is the safest.
You are not fooling anybody for a split second, Ken. You don't give a shit about the pandemic. You haven't. You made a statement on your gaming channel when you were asked about it, and I'm actually going to put it in here just to show people what you said. And this is going back to March or April, when the pandemic was still pretty new at the time.
Flashback.
Yeah, I'm thinking that the people that are mostly complaining are either just trolls. They're like saying that's not essential. I went to the drive-thru to make videos for people to enjoy, which is an essential item.
End of flashback.
So even back then, Ken felt that his videos were essential. No, they are not, Ken. The only person that sees them as essential is you, because that's how you make money. Well, guess what? I'm sure all the other people that lost their jobs or had to give up their jobs because of health conditions that would have made it impossible for them to keep doing them, or for the people that couldn't work from home, or anything stemming from this pandemic that caused someone to lose their job, would rather have their job than having to collect unemployment or CERB payments and that. Guess what, Ken? You could have collected CERB. Something tells me you probably have. I don't know. I don't care. But it wouldn't surprise me that you would double dip, potentially, because we know how you like to do shit like that. So no, Ken, you are not an essential service, and the fact that you think like that months and months and months ago just shows exactly the type of person that you are. This is going to be my closing on the video because I don't really have much else to say. I've been so annoyed by going through and reacting to this video, and I think that most people are going to know that based on either the tone of my voice or just what I've had to say. It's all so repetitive because Ken keeps coming up with excuses throughout the video on why he felt it was okay for him to leave his shack and come down here to Bradford and shoot a video. Like, I just don't get why Ken has to act that way. It's not like it's the end of the world that he has to stay home for a little while. He hasn't been doing it all pandemic. The only time that he makes mention of the pandemic is when he vaguely makes mention of it in the videos, or when he's using it in the clickbait titles for his live streams, hoping that people will give him super chats because he's claiming that he's making less and less money. Back in April, he claimed that he was making 25% less income because of the pandemic. Bullshit, Ken. Because everybody else has said that they made more money from YouTube because there was more people at home doing viewing on YouTube and online. So, enough is enough with your bullshit. At any rate, please, people, do not leave home unless you absolutely have to, if you live in Ontario. If you live elsewhere where the virus is just spreading like wildfire, again, even if you don't have a lockdown, one of the best things you can do for yourself and for your community is just stay home unless you absolutely have to go out. There's so many ways that you can get things brought in if you absolutely have to. Ken could have done skip the dishes. He didn't because he didn't want to spend money. He claims that it's because the establishment makes more money. Most of them raise the prices on the delivery apps to compensate for the percentage of the sale that they lose. So it's not a significant thing. It's just another excuse for Ken to make it seem like he's, being such a nice, charitable guy. At any rate, thanks again for watching another Ken Domik dissemination expose. But until next time, KDDE out.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you want to show your support for me doing these videos just for you, hit it with a thumbs up, ding 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 ding. But if you're hungry for more, check out that awesome playlist right there. And I'll see you over there. Bring your hunger.